Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Tuesday, September 24th. I am your host. I'm your co-host, Jill Schlesinger. I'm joined by my co-host, Mark Talercio. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Jill. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's an exciting night for us tonight. I'm very intrigued by what's going to happen. We have our webinar. We have one of our quarterly webinars tonight, which, of course, you can only join us if you are a member of Jill on Money Live. But Mark says that up until about, I don't know, 4:30 or no, what did you say? How late can people sign up? 4:30, 4 o'clock?
4:45-ish, right before 5.
Okay, so let's just let's make it easier. Like 4:45 Eastern time, you can sign up. You can fork over $35. You will have access to tonight's quarterly live webinar, 3 more after that, the back catalog, as well as bonus video content. Tonight, though, it's going to be rather amazing, I think, because we're doing a real estate palooza. It's going to be interesting. We've got Mortgage Mike Ramey, the mortgage broker, who is one of the guys who's been on our program many times in the past. We also have a realtor from Chicago. And I think that the combination of having both a realtor as well as a mortgage broker, it's really awesome because I think this is the kind of person, this is the kind of combination you need. Like if you're listing your house, if you're not. Now, if you want to join, again, just go to JillOnMoney.com and click on the Jill on Money Live's next webinar. Join now. And if you're someone who is already part of it, thank you very much. We're very excited to see you tonight. And Mark, besides that, any other business from your end?
No, end of September, getting ready to head into October. A lovely time of year, except for the fact that Halloween's coming up, which is a day I just absolutely dread.
Did you always dread it even as a kid?
I was never really into it as a kid, but I dread it as a parent. I just feel like there's all this unnecessary pressure to have to do something.
Yeah, it is a drag. You're right. But I never understood the whole craziness around Halloween. I was not that kind of person. But that said, I hope you enjoy your preparation for Halloween. And it's great for retailers, I guess. Anyway, let's get to our guest today. We have Nate, who is on the line from upstate New York. Hello, Nate. How are you today?
Hello. Doing great. Thank you.
Good. What's up? What can we do for you?
Yep. So I'm just finishing up my career here in the military. I did about 26 years. And I guess my main question is, because I'm employed through my insurer with SGLI, I'm about to lose that. And I'm kind of wondering if I need to get more coverage to replace it.
Wow. So this is like a specific question about insurance, but also what about the whole idea that you're retiring? Like, is this exciting for you? Are you nervous about it? Like, I feel like we'll do the insurance stuff, but like, how do you feel about this?
Yes, there are actually a lot of emotions. Excited, nervous, trying to get used to having my own schedule a little bit. In some contexts, I've been institutionalized by the military since I've done it my entire adult life. But I am looking forward to doing new and different things.
So it's going to be a new or next adventure for you. Do you have another job lined up before, now that you're leaving the military?
I am working at another job right now. I'm actually in we call it terminal leave. So just as I'm finishing up my career. So I've kind of found a new job that I could probably continue at, although I'm not sure if it's the exact right fit for me. So I might move on from it or maybe I can make it work out with a different schedule or something like that.
What's it like to be in just sort of like weirdo normal society after being in the military? I mean, is the workplace similar for you, or do you feel like, is it very much a different mindset leaving the military and doing this?
It is. It's actually really different. Some things are a little bit similar, but the main difference is that I really feel like, oh, no kidding, I'm at a business. Like, these people are here to make money. And I understand that. But being in the service, we were trying to be efficient with money, but we didn't really worry about, we just tried to do the best job we could.
That's amazing. It is. What a difference. That is an actual crazy difference. Amazing. So, I mean, while you're on terminal leave, you have a job. And if you were to stay there, how much money would you earn annually from that job?
So the initial pay is about $100,000 a year, but I'm going to try to work it to be more like a part-time to maybe like $50,000 a year.
Okay.
If they'll let me do that. And then, yeah, if I can't do that, then I might try to go, fly for some airlines or something. And in which case, the pay would go up actually quite a bit, quite significantly from.
So that's interesting. So, okay. Let's go back. So how old are you?
I'm 48.
Are you married, single, partnered?
Yep, married.
How old is marriage partner?
I'll say she's 39, but actually she's 50.
Oh, all right. Very good. Well, no one knows who she is. Don't worry. Is she working full time?
She's actually working part-time, but she's in a little bit of the same situation where she was in the military for 21 years as well. So she's actually collecting her military pension right now.
Wow. Okay. So let's go and do the pension stuff because maybe you don't need the insurance because you've got because of your pensions as well as your savings. Maybe it's just like, I don't even need it anymore. Do you guys have kids?
We do. We have 2 kids that are in 9th and 10th grade.
What's the pension amount for your wife?
She's getting about $5,500 or $6,000 a month.
Okay. And your pension, what will that be?
It's going to be about $5,500 a month.
That's a lot of money. And then is she working part-time now for how much would you say?
She's working part-time and just in a job she loves. She makes about $20,000 a year.
And so if we could get you at 50,000, like that kind of part-time, that would be awesome for you. What do you guys spend right now?
So all in, we're probably about $11,000 to $12,000 a month.
So basically your pension's mostly covered, not 100%, because obviously the 11 or 12,000 that you're spending is net and these are pre-tax stuff. Okay. Yep. So, but if you were to, obviously if you were going to make 50 and she's going to make 20, you're fine. You're totally fine. Right. Mm-hmm. And what about for the kids? What do we have? Do we have a GI Bill possibility? What's happening for education for these 2?
Yep. So as some of your listeners may know, there's the post 9/11 GI Bill, which you can give to your dependents. So I've already signed that over to them. So they'll get 18 months each of it's essentially what it amounts to is like whatever the in-state tuition rate is. And then there's also a stipend while they're on the GI, or as a full-time student, they would get like a housing allowance as well. So it's pretty good.
So that's going to cover them mostly, you think?
Well, it's 18 months each. So it's about 2 years worth of school for each of the kids. And then we also have 529s for them.
How much is in the 529s right now?
About 75,000 each.
Oh my God. So they're fine. So we got college taken care of, right?
Yeah. And then
basically,
when I wrote to you, I talked about our rentals a little bit too. And the plan is that those rentals are going to cover their college costs.
That rental income, how many properties are there?
So we have two homes or 2 properties.
And the income is about how much a month net to you, not gross?
So we collect about $2,000 a month.
Okay. That's great. Wow. There's a lot going on here. Okay. So all right, let's kind of do the back and forth. So you have a chunk of money that is coming in for each of you. You also have some savings. So whether or not you need the insurance would really depend on how much you have saved. Because if one of you, for everyone listening, if we're like you're saying, oh well, why do they need insurance? They've got the money. Because if one of them were to pass away, do you have straight life pensions or do you have joint and survivor pensions?
So my wife actually didn't take the survivor benefit pension just because it was going to reduce the amount. And assuming I was going to make it to retirement, I was also going to collect my own pension.
Right.
So we elected not to reduce her pension just so that, if one of us dies, we're still going to have the other one.
Sure. And what about for yours? Same thing? You're going to do your life only?
Well, I think so. And that was kind of one of my other questions too, but it kind of made sense to me. Like, why would I reduce my pension amount so that my wife could collect half when she already collects her own pension?
Yeah. And again, let's talk about some of the savings, right? Because, all right, so let me let's like kind of play this out. Okay. Wife, she's retired. She's got $5,500 a month. She's got the 20 grand of income. You collect on your life. You drop dead. What else does she have to access?
Yep. Well,
besides the rentals, obviously.
One thing that is like, I have another $500,000 term life insurance that goes through 2035.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, like, I kind of did the math when I got it. I was like, my kids should be out of college in 2035.
Yeah, that's good.
And so I got that extra insurance to take me through that. So she would there's that.
Uh-huh. And what about money in retirement accounts? Because did you use thrift savings?
We did. So we have about $750,000 there.
Pre-tax or Roth?
Both pre-tax.
Okay, got it. What else?
In our Roth IRA, we have $1.2 million.
Okay, goodbye. Mark, hang up on this guy. You guys obviously, oh my God, you're
he's
amazing.
He's not done.
1.2 million in your Roth IRA. Keep going.
Okay, so we have about 400,000 in a brokerage.
Jeez.
And we have about 50,000 in cash outside of that.
Nate, you are great. So just to be clear, you got the pensions. You got the money for the kids taken care of. You also have, you got these rental properties. Just because of the story you're telling me, I'm presuming that the mortgages are less than the rental property value. So you probably have some equity in those. What about a primary residence? Are you staying where you are? Or are you going to move around or in the future?
No, we're going to stay here. We like it.
Okay. So, what's the house worth?
About $600,000.
And the mortgage amount
is about $360,000. So I refinanced when the rates went down in 2021 or whatever.
God, amazing! What's the interest rate?
3.12.
Beautiful.
3 1/8. Yeah.
Okay, you don't need more insurance, Mark. If you were the type of person who could survive the military, this would be a good advertisement for it, don't you think?
This is a great story because they were making decent salaries, but they weren't killing it. These guys just did a really good job of saving.
Yeah. How did you save so much money for real?
So number one, I married someone who was also in the military with the, same values and that kind of stuff. That was key. Secondly, we had kids a little bit later in life, so we were kind of able, while we were a little bit younger and still traveling around because of the military, save a bunch of money there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, part of it is I got really lucky. So I actually am retiring from the reserve component.
Mm-hmm.
And when I separated from active duty, I did something maybe a little bit risky, but I basically rolled over my TSP into like a traditional IRA.
Yeah.
And this was in about 2010.
Yeah.
And then I converted my traditional or my rollover IRA into a Roth IRA in 2010.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, the market was down a lot or whatever,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Because it's lucky, wild. Yeah. Like how much money. So as you retire, how much money were you earning in the military?
So I'm finishing up at, the 26-year point, making about 140, like 150 a year.
Wow. But again, yes, you got lucky. Yes, you were smart enough to put the money away, but you were very diligent, both of you. So, okay. So first question, absolutely no problem. Give up the life insurance. Number two, I agree. You could just do your straight life in terms of not taking a spousal reduction for the pension. You've got plenty of money. You really do. So I don't think there's a problem. Mark, do you have a different opinion on that?
No, I don't, because they both have the pensions. They got a ton of money saved. And who knows what you're going to do in your next career?
I know. I'm excited.
You'll probably be able to, who knows? You might be able to access insurance through wherever you go.
And you don't even need it.
Not that you need it.
Yeah, you don't need it. It's a crazy, amazing story. Now knowing what you know about the military, is there any reason why you wish you had not done it? Or, it must have been hard. I don't want to say that everyone can do this because not everybody can, obviously. But do you feel like worth it? Are you happy with your choices? And here you have like a whole nother career ahead of you potentially. By the way, if you can't do part-time, I would not kill myself to go and do another big time job. Like if you feel like I don't want that pressure, you deserve to find what's right for you. Okay. Mark, don't you think so? Like, why make himself crazy?
Yeah, and he has the ability to do that.
Yeah, unbelievable. So anything that you want to impart upon us about your experience in the military? Was it hard? It sounds hard.
No, it was. I guess I'll kind of lead off with you can have everything, but you can't have it all at once.
Mm-hmm. No kidding.
It was tough. I mean, I've been deployed for 6 months at a time, like overseas. My wife was in Iraq for a year at one point.
Oof.
And then she followed that up with another 6 months in Afghanistan. And we had kids and stuff too, at the time. So it was tough. You make it work. It's like when you have, there's a lot of families out there that, one parent has a job that travels or whatever, and it's tough, but
yes, but there are very few jobs where you're both at risk all the time. And so I want to be the first among many who will say, thank you so much for doing what you did. Mark and I are just in awe of people like you, not because of the money that you saved, although that doesn't hurt, but because of the commitment you made. Truly, it's remarkable. Do you feel like maybe like just from a society point of view that we don't talk enough about how the military can be not just like a scary thing, but also like a really incredible process of like a job, a career? Do we need to do a better job with that?
Yeah, it's like I learned about the military because my dad was in the military.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't have a family member, sometimes it's hard to learn about how it actually is.
Yeah.
There's, tons of benefits out there and whatever. It is tough. I've lived in multiple different countries. I've been deployed a lot of times, but, I also enjoyed it. When I was in Germany for 3 years, that was pretty cool,
Mark always likes to ask what was your favorite deployment. So is it Germany for you?
I don't know if I have a favorite. Some of them are harder than others, but like you always kind of look back on them fondly and be like, oh man, that was like so crazy.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Stories about it.
Well, listen, we are so grateful that you joined us, and we wish you such good luck and great fortune, and you so deserve to enjoy the next phase of your lives. So thank you again for coming on the air with us. No more life insurance for you, and keep us posted. I'm interested to hear what happens next. So, Mark, are you ready to join up or not?
I think that ship has sailed,
if you will. I would be way too scared. I'm such a fraidy cat. No way. Okay. So gang, this is such a unique story. Each of you has a unique story. We'd love to hear from you, whatever's going on. Maybe you're making a different kind of transition. Give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the contact us button. Let us know what's going on. That's the email we receive. If you'd like to join us on the air, check that box. Mark will do everything else. And while you're on the website, check out all the fun content that lives there. Our free weekly newsletter, my book, The Great Money Reset, our YouTube show, Jill on Money, powered by The Compound. All right, Mark Talercio, that guy, he is the co-host, the executive producer, the king of all things Jill on Money. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And please also lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we will talk to you on Thursday.
Podcasts.